Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 702.5 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot702.5fm.com.
Hi, I'm Greg Deville, the real estate broker. Have you fallen too far behind on your mortgage? I can sell your home and save your equity with a pre-foreclosure sale. Also, it's a great time to buy a home while interest rates are really low. Veterans, you are now eligible to reinstate your DD-214 with no money down. So whether buying or selling, Greg Deville can help. Call or text today, 702-787-7559. Again, 702-787-7559. Greg Deville, the real estate broker.
Jones, ayy. Greg Deville was at it, man, ayy. If you want the real, holla at Greg Deville, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Greg Deville help you build the foundation. I'm saying, if you want the real, holla at Greg Deville, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help.
Well, good afternoon and happy Thursday. Man, shout out to Greg Deville. Greg Deville has definitely one of the best intros that I ever heard. Tiffany, you got to turn your mic on. He is doing amazing things in the community. And I just want to say this shout out to him. Greg and Marquetta Deville, they're not able to be with us today. They're actually going to take a day off, and they allow me and my beautiful wife. My name is Brennan Ward, and this is my beautiful wife.
I'm Coach Tiffany, and we are here to take over. So the Take Back is now taking over just for the day. We're so excited, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to Hot 702.5 FM. Make sure you guys check us out live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook, okay?
Yes, most definitely. And for those, we want to make sure that we give a huge shout out to Greg Deville. He says, whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Deville Realty Group can help. All you got to do is call or text 702-787-7559. Again, that's 702-787-7559. And he gives blessings and well wishes to his audience and his following. So thank you guys for having us today. Tiffany, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited to talk about what we're going to be discussing today. You know, usually the DeVilles talk about creating wealth through real estate. We definitely want to be able to help piggyback on that, and we want to be able to help create wealth through entrepreneurship as well. With us, we are the We mentality, where we do team and organizational development. We do business development, team, professional, personal development. So we want to help you grow all around. So I'm excited to talk about what we're talking about today.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Brennan Ward. I am a certified business coach. We're also certified DISC practitioners, where we help you with your personality and your behaviors. And if you got a team or organization that needs to be aligned, or even if it's just a relationship, right? Because anytime you have two people involved, they need alignment. We can help with that. So we just want to thank you for being with us today. And one thing when it comes to real estate is we talk about having financial wealth and creating abundance, right? they always talk about the DeVilles. They always talk about creating wealth through real estate. But as you create your wealth through real estate, there's going to be a time that you're going to come against some real personal issues, and life really does matter when you focus on these principles, because you need these principles in everything you do. So one thing I want to go over today is 5 steps to success in everything that you do. And before we go into that, today is a national holiday. Today is National Never Give Up Day. And for those that don't know about Never Give Up Day, I want to make sure I want to read something to you because it's very important. Tiffany and I, we have a very inspirational story. We've been knocked down a couple of times and we've had to pick ourselves back up. Our relationship has been under attack and we've had to fight through that, and we've fought through it. We've experienced tragedy and we fought through it. And now even going through business every day, it's not always ups. You get some downs and we fight through it. Never Give Up Day is all about cultivating a mindset of determination, which helps us to get through all the difficult challenges that life throws our way. It is about motivating and inspiring ourselves and others, as well as remembering people that have never given up on those who they care for, they are responsible for. And we should always use this day not only to applaud people for reaching their goals, but also to support those who are still trying to achieve their goals and who have not achieved it yet. So shout out to all those who have achieved their goals, but also shout out to all those who are pursuing their goals on a day-to-day basis, whether it's through business, entrepreneurship, or real estate.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. Like you said, our story is definitely something that has been like really the catalyst of Never Give Up. If most haven't, we'll talk about ours more through the topics, but our Never Give Up story is really something that we have really strived for, and what's actually really built us into building our purpose and what we're doing now, which is helping others be able to grow and be the best that they can be and be their highest self as well.
Definitely. We've had to find ourselves and, rediscover ourselves through the most trying times. And to be honest with you, when you're on your purpose, you can always get through. So we're going to start into it. The number one, and in the 5 steps to success in everything that you do, is having a strong desire. Number 2 is setting goals. Number 3 is you got to believe in yourself. Number 4 is making sure that you have a positive mindset and positive thinking. And lastly, you must have consistency. So we're going to jump into number 1, because I feel like the person that I have seen exemplify this more than anybody has been my beautiful wife. And that's Tiffany Ward. And when we talk about having a strong desire, you got to think like sometimes a lot of times people's downfall is that they don't know what it is that they want. Sometimes people feel as if all they can get is what people give them. So when you don't have that vision and you don't have a destiny, chances are you're going to be easily distracted. So what this says here is what you need first is to have a strong desire, a desire like a fire, not like a little flame. You have to stir to get the heat going. Now, you need strong desire. You must really want to have what you long for. And if you want something badly, but you didn't get it until now, it is because your desire was not strong enough. You must really feel the desire to have it in your bones, in your flesh, in your heart. The desire is that starting point, because without passion, nothing can happen. Tiffany, what you got to say about that?
I think that's really spot on. My biggest motto is thoughts become things. So whatever I think is going to happen, it's going to happen. If I think I'm going to be successful at something, I'm going to be successful at it. If I think I'm not going to be successful at it, guess what? I'm not going to be successful at it. You miss 100% of the shots that you do not take. So if I know that I feel in my bones that something is going to be for me, case in point, when I became an author, first-time author in 2014, was after we experienced our tragedy. So I'll dive in a little bit of that, of what happened to us. Our daughter is Deville Ward. She survived a tragic hit and run on Halloween night, 2013. And through that process, we were able to really go through the motions and figure out everything that was going on during that time, because she only had a 10% chance of survival, but she made it through. And honestly, I do feel like I wouldn't have been able to make it through had it not been the support of the community. Now, it was really the community that wanted to know what really, like, what was the full backstory behind everything, and how did you get through that? Because your family just shows that you guys are now at a point stronger than ever. That's where I decided, I never knew or even thought that I would be an author. And I decided to journal my story and let people know how not only did I cope, but how our son coped, how you coped as being my husband, and how I was able to cope as a mother with fighting PTSD from witnessing the accident, anxiety, depression, just being scared of life all together. And once I was able to journal and write everything down, it became very therapeutic for me. And when we released the book, and so many people started reaching out, and they were letting us know how impactful and inspiring the story was for them, and how it helped them through being more cautious of being distracted while driving, or even thinking about it when they do go out to the bar and enjoy a night out, that they know to take an Uber now because they think about Brazil and our story and our family. It really was something that it was my desire to make sure that I helped even just one person think twice before they got behind the wheel. And it actually turned into just a flood of nothing but positive things that have happened for our lives. So I feel like being positive having that desire to make sure that this doesn't happen to other families is what really drove the things that are happening in our lives right now.
Yeah, it's that desire. And you're right. I remember when we had that discussion, and you said that was something that you want to accomplish. You made sure that you had did it no matter what. And one thing I loved about that was that same mindset rubbed off on me, because I remember I did the same thing with The Pain of a Man. I said I wanted to get the book done by the time Bishop turned, what was it, 2 years old? And I wanted to make sure I finished the book on his birthday. And I remember just leading up to that, that countdown, that last month, I would do anything that I could, spend any time that I could to accomplish that goal. So that strong desire, and I had to make it about him. I couldn't just make it about me. It was like, I cannot let my son down. And I made sure that I did it. So I always had that story to tell.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful story too.
Yeah. So number 2 is, now you need to set goals. Why? You got to know where to go. Without goals, your desire will get you nowhere, and you will turn around in circles like a dog who runs after his own tail. A goal gives you a reason, a purpose, and the word goal means golai, which means the way to get there. Your goal is your direction where your desire will take you. And I know that in real estate, I know that Devilles would love for me to tell you that it is the best way to create the financial portion of your goal, so that you can start creating your legacy, and not just your legacy, your wealth. And Tiffany, let's talk about goals.
Yeah. Goals, even like you just mentioned with how the Devilles do preach this. And this is something that is really, really important to especially our community, that you want to make sure that you have that type of wealth in your legacy. You want to be able to make sure that you leave something for your children and your children's children. And that way you can do it is building that generational wealth by making sure that you have some form of real estate within your family, because that is something that they can be able to turn into so many different ways of multiplying money. There's even short-term rentals right now. There's Airbnbs, there's commercial real estate. There's so many other different things that you can be able to do. But if you are setting these goals, and let's start small. If we start, it's something as simple as saving $20, $100 during especially with the recession that we're in right now. You want to be able to be realistic with your budget, but set aside a savings for your budget so that you can be able to make sure that when it's time for you and when you are ready, you're able to get some form of real estate and start that journey with even your children. The one thing that I see and that I love, I have been seeing with people, is when they are when their children are graduating college, instead of them getting them like a car or something like that, they're getting them real estate. They're getting them, businesses. They're giving them LLCs. These are beautiful things that we should be thinking about giving our children versus giving them something that is over time depreciated. So as I mentioned, with goals, set something as small as a small time budget that can be able to help you with long time gain.
Yeah, and we're talking about legacy right there. So let's talk. So although we're talking about legacy, and you're right, because if you want to build financial freedom, you definitely should invest in real estate, right? But what about the principles that people need and the discipline that people need and the things that they need to acquire, the skills that they need to develop? I think that's why it's very important for you to have goals, because your goals, like I said, they truly do set the path, right? It's one thing to have money, but in the same sense, how about your reputation? How can we leverage this money? How can we leverage this power that we have? And then how do we grow in the community with all the things that we have? I know my goal right now, I have a huge goal, and it's to get every child in Nevada assessed, right? With our Take Flight profile. I believe that every child and every parent and every teacher should truly try and just try to take this assessment so they can learn each other's personality, figure out where you are right now. Because after what we just experienced in 2019, what we about to go through within a recession, even though they're not calling it a recession, just all the changes that we're experiencing, that's going to change us. And as it's changing us, we need to realize who we're becoming. Sometimes we're a lot more stronger than what we truly believe in. And then we finally get tested and then we fall short. And then we wonder, why did I fall short this time? Not realizing that the universe is testing you. You got to develop strengths. You got to develop your mindset. You got to develop your knowledge. There's so many things that you need to develop. So it's good for you to have a goal so you can start planning to get there. And don't think that you're going to get there immediately. Some goals are going to take 9 months. Some goals are going to take 4 years, right? And think about it. That's why when a full term of pregnancy is 9 months, because truly it does take a person, I believe, 9 months for them to truly transition into a new person, right? If it takes 9 months for you to create a human being, just think about it. It probably takes 9 months for you to change your mindset, for you to change everything that you want to change about yourself. So I think we hit on goals. You got anything else you want to talk about goals? It just came out of nowhere. I promise you. I don't know where it came from.
That was a great analogy. But before we go into everything else, thank you guys again so much for tuning in to Hot 702.5 FM. If you guys feel free to call in 702-551-5261, or you can check out the website. That's hot7025fm.com. You can check us out live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. And make sure you guys like, comment, and share this session. Let's get into it.
Yeah, and this is Deville Realty, the Deville Realty show, where they build wealth through real estate. And remember, whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Deville Realty Group can help you. All you got to do is call 702-787-7559, or you can text 702-787-7559. Shout out to Greg and Marquetta Deville.
Shout out to you guys.
Hopefully they got their feet up, kicking their feet up.
Let them relax. Let them relax.
And have an amazing time. So even those, right? You think about that. Sometimes your goal is just to take some time off. You know,
right.
You hustling and you working every day and you getting things done. And I don't think people realize how when you are an entrepreneur or a business owner or a sole proprietor, how although you are a go-getter and you are able to deal with so much stress and you're so strong that eventually it's going to take a toll on you. Eventually you're going to get fatigued. Eventually you're going to need rest. But more than anything, you have to challenge your psyche to let yourself know that you appreciate yourself. And the best way for you to let yourself know that you appreciate yourself is to take a break, right? Take a vacation, get some R&R, get a massage, spend some time, go out on a date, go out on a date with your wife or go on a date with your husband. As a business coach, you'll be surprised how many people that I come in contact with are that are very successful, that they know how to run their business and they know how to go, but they're not happy. And the reason why they're not happy is for the simple fact that they're not taking care of themselves. You think about it, they taking care of everybody else. They taking care of the business, they taking care of the family, they taking care of the employees, but who is taking care of them? And it's very important that it's somebody that's by your side, on your side, that can see things from the outside in and let you know, hey, I think it'd be a good thing for you to take a break. Matter of fact, I am making it a requirement for you to put a vacation on your calendar next quarter, next month, whatever it may be. Somebody who truly has your best interest at heart. Yeah. So Tiffany, I know that this past year was one of our most traveling years. We never traveled as much as we did this past year. How do you feel? How do you feel as being an entrepreneur and being able to travel? And what do you feel it does for your psyche?
It actually has changed. It made me want to do, like, this is exactly the element that I want to be in. I want to travel. I want to, especially, why not do it for work? If I'm doing it for work, I'm kind of like killing two birds with one stone. I want to travel, and then I'm going to be traveling for work. So if I'm going to be gone away from my family, I might as well be getting the bag or learning more information so that I could be able to get the bag. So it was a benefit for me, and it actually helped me see exactly where I wanted to set my new goals and my new BHAGs, my big, hairy, audacious goals, so that we can be able to be a family the way that I would like for us to be, where we're completely free to be able to do what we want, when we want, how we want. It's a beautiful feeling. How about you?
It's all about that balance for me, having that balance, because when I get to go out, I just like to not have to worry about anything, not the family, no emails. I don't check social media. It's just a complete just serenity. It's kind of like the 10 it's in the morning when I'm meditating and it's no distractions. But these days last for 72 hours to a week. But also I enjoy traveling to go work because I like the time off that we get where we can go and do some sightseeing. I like the opportunity where you have a strict schedule that you have to that you got to stick to. But although you're sticking to that strict schedule, you got to schedule some time for you to play as well.
Absolutely.
So I just feel like it really does things. And one thing I love to do is I just love to people watch. I just learned what people watching was and just seeing how different people are. Right? Everybody is so much different. Like here in Vegas, we're in pretty much a melting pot. We got a mixture of everything. But when you go to different states, honestly, it's not always like this. Many places are somewhat segregated, and people just look different. So I love talking to them, meeting them, and then honestly, you think that they're different than you, and once you get to know those people, they're exactly the same as you. They got the same issues, the same problems, the same worries, the same everything. So I just love it. I love traveling. I love getting out of town, taking some break, getting some R&R. But most of all, just showing myself that I appreciate me and the hard work that I do.
Right. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So number 3 was belief in yourself. And I really hope that our guest calls in during this time because
we're a few minutes early. Yeah, she will.
We are a few minutes early, right? But I honestly, I truly want her to call in because I truly believe that out of everyone that we have encountered in the last, in the last 3 years, this person truly has shown a resilience, perseverance, self-identity, and then adaptability. Like I think she has accountability, right? Like she's done. It's been so much. I would love for her to come on up. I know that she said Stephanie.
Yeah.
But before we even go into it, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna read this, and then we'll let you talk about it. And I think as you start to talk about it, you have Steph come in, and then she can give her input. So when we talk about believing in yourself, you must believe in yourself. I truly believe it's one of the most important things. You must be really conscious of the fact that you are worthy to have what it is that you desire, and that you are able to get it. That you got everything you need to realize your dream, and yes, you can do it no matter what. Maybe you do not know for now how to get there, but believe in the fact that you will learn step by step how to do it, and that you will be guided on your way by coincidences and synchronicities. And that end right there just gave me chills. That you
Right.
will be guided, that you will be guided on your way by coincidences and synchronicities. Oh my goodness. Like, that just makes that, I'm telling you, that brings me so much joy, because it is like it re-engages and re-energizes my passion.
Right.
When we talk about believing in yourself, Tiffany, tell me, tell me, tell me how important it is, and then we're gonna get our guest's opinion as well.
It is very, very, very important to believe in yourself. If no one else is going to believe in you, it has to be you. I've actually like really lived by this my whole life, and I've actually let spirit guide me, and that's what I really paid attention to, was synchronicities and the coincidences. If I'm saying someone's name and then they call me, I know I'm on my path. Pay attention to these types of energies. These things are real. These things are something that is here to guide you and let you know, hey, if your ear starts ringing and you see a number, look up the number. Your angels are trying to tell you something. And believe me, I mean, and when I mean by angels, I mean our spirit, our guardian angels. You know, I complete respect to every and all religions. And so I just do feel that there is something about synchronicities, and there's something about the coincidences that tell me, yes, I need to believe in myself. I need to stop thinking those self-limiting beliefs. I need to stop thinking that maybe I'm not really that good at that, or maybe I'm not that good at this. Figure it out. There's no reason why I can't figure some things out. And the thing is, I also have to know when to say, hey, I'm not good at that, and that's okay. Let me find someone that is good at that, so I can be able to now hone in on their resources, and I can be a resource to other people. So it helps you also feel confident within yourself. When you believe fully in yourself, you're able to identify that, yes, this is my strong point, this is my struggle, and I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with focusing and honing in on my own strengths. And wherever I'm struggling, guess what? There's someone out there that is their complete strength. And we're going to be able to make sure that we combine together. And that's what makes just me, we. And we is always better than just me. So that's my take.
I think you touched on something good, because when I said you must believe in yourself, and then you ended it with we and others. And I think that was very important for people to hear, and for our audience to hear, because that's what it's all about, right? In order for you got to believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself, you got to utilize all that the universe has given you, that God has given you, right? Certain people have been put into our lives to serve a certain purpose, right? Certain people have been put into our lives to guide us into a certain direction, especially when times get hard. And that's what you said too. You said when times get hard, you said you got to know when to ask somebody else for help. And I want to make sure I'm gonna go ahead and introduce our guest right now, Miss Stephanie Ryder of Squad Beauty.
I know. Speaking of we,
Hey,
Steph, how are you today?
I'm doing so good.
You're doing good.
I'm doing great.
So the
you look
fastest.
gorgeous.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, not a problem. So the fast is over.
The fast is over. The detox is over. I'm definitely going to continue doing a lot of the things that I was doing. But yes, yesterday marked the last day of my 21-day detox.
So I'm getting you with your
congratulations.
We get you with your light shining bright. And that's why I wanted to get you on.
You know, Stephanie. Okay.
This is hot. This is, when you go to church, right? If you used to go to church back in the days, it seemed like the people who used to get saved right away, they used to have the best luck. Like everything used to go right for them. Like, oh, you come kick it with me. Like, I'll give you some of that, right?
Yes.
So
I'm telling you,
Stephanie,
today feels very magical.
it's amazing.
Good. So good. And we were actually just talking about believing in yourself. So we would love to be able to hear your input on this. Of you have been really, as we were just mentioning, Miss Stephanie Gunner is the owner of Squad Beauty Professionals here in Las Vegas. They literally are a squad. I'm gonna let her introduce and what they do, because and shout out to them. Make sure my lashes is always slayed and laid. Okay,
Right.
so.
Right.
But believing in yourself, we want to be able to kind of touch in on that, because you have shown us how resilient you are. So I just want you to be able to tell everyone else how resilient you are and believing in yourself.
Thank you. So yeah, like you mentioned, I am the owner of Squad Beauty Professionals, where our mission is to help working women who are juggling their personal care needs amidst their professional lives by offering them cosmetology and photography services all under one roof, saving them time and money so they can feel better, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. Our vision, though, is to become the progressive leader of combining cosmetology and photography, but also helping other beauty professionals grow their brands and helping them gain multiple streams of income, and really ultimately so that they can be not just mentally and emotionally supported by what they do, but also financially supported out of carrying out what their soul's work is, like actually enjoying the work that you do every day, right? I think a lot of people have kind of let that go. They think that, hey, I got to go here and work this job and make my money and take care of my home and my kids and everything. And, I'm just going to do this as a hobby on the side because I enjoy it, and
Right.
I really, 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 really have a deep desire to remove that. Sorry, it gets a little busy in here. People are ringing the doorbell.
It's okay.
But just
it's
remove.
Okay.
I just want to remove that that thought process from people, right? Really encourage them to understand that they can do the things that they love and be supported by it financially as well, right? So, like you guys were saying, I think probably the biggest thing that pops into my head, when you guys are speaking about facing challenges and continuing to believe in yourself, I definitely, number one, think about our grand opening happened in 2 weeks before we got shut down by COVID, right?
Pandemic, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just, at that time, I was like, things are going way too good for this to be a bad thing that's happening to me. I was like, I'm just not going to believe it. I just can't. I can't. Like, I have so much stuff going on. There's no way that this is something that's bad for me, right? One thing that I actually recently ran across that I think would be great advice for people to believe in themselves is, a lot of the time, sometimes you have to reflect and you have to look back in your past at different experiences and instances where you were successful. You have to look back in times and trials and tribulations.
Oh, we lost her really quick, but
you back?
It's okay.
No, we can't hear you.
She's back, but her audio's out really quick. But we'll get her technical difficulties. That's how we do when we in the streaming world. But that's okay. You guys are tuning into Hot 702.5 FM. Make sure you guys like, comment, share. We are live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. Yes. Okay. We have her back. All right.
Sorry, y'all. Somebody just blowing up my phone. I'll just. It's okay. But you have to look back at those examples and instances in your life where you were actually able to get the job done, right? And a lot of the times, believing in yourself comes from making promises to yourself and keeping them. Because that's how you gain your confidence. That's how you believe in yourself, because you do the things that you said you were going to do, Okay, regardless of what everybody else is saying, you still do what you said you were going to do. And when you keep a promise to yourself, that is how you build your confidence, and that is how you believe in yourself moving forward. Because nobody's going to tell you that you're not going to do something that you told yourself you're going to do. Nobody's going to stop you. So you
Absolutely.
have to really dig deep sometimes. And sometimes, it may be the smallest thing. Like I could think about, I've been redeeming myself back as far as I can remember. Okay. I failed
Right.
the 11th grade when I was in high school. Okay.
Really?
And yeah. And guess what? Everybody just knew I wasn't going to beat. Okay.
Right.
Because I
Right.
was just not, doing what looked like I was supposed to be doing. I was just a very rebellious person, and I was like very outside of the box, right? And so even with failing the 11th grade, I had some reservations about myself as well after experiencing a failure, right? And
Mhm.
but it's almost like no matter what you go through, you just cannot give up. You have to continue pressing forward. You have to understand that the only way you are successful is through making mistakes. Nobody becomes good at anything. Nobody starts doing something and they're perfect at it. They have to fail at it. They have to do it wrong. They have to practice it. They have to do all that stuff in order to get better. Like you have to fail in order to succeed. There's no way around it. So a lot of times people will look at a failure and let it completely inhibit them, stop them, just take them out of their game because they failed at something. And they don't even realize that that's where the true success in the journey lies, that it's through the failure.
Yes,
Yeah.
taking the risk. Like
Yeah.
higher risk is higher rewards. And that's really like a real, it's actually a thing because
Mhm.
if you don't take the risk, guess what? You're not going to get rewarded anything. But
You
if you
never
take
win.
a risk and you take your highest risk, think about the number one thing in this world that scares the crap out of you. Like, no, I don't think I can do that. That's what you should be going for.
And for
That's what you're
me,
striving for.
when it comes to risk, so I am not just a person who will just risk it all, right? Like it might seem that way. But the thing for me is that I'm going to analyze what are the possibilities and then what are the consequences as well, right? And if
Yeah,
the thing is you got to be willing to deal with the consequences as well. You want the reward, you want all of that stuff, but a lot of people aren't willing to deal with what happens if this goes wrong. If this
absolutely.
goes wrong, will I still be able to deal with that? If I'm still able to deal with it and I feel like the reward outweighs the risk, I'm going to do it anyway. But there's plenty of instances where I feel like, the reward doesn't outweigh this risk. So I'm not doing that. So you can't
Absolutely. That's
just
what
be
we
out
call
here just
calculated.
yeah,
That's
you
what we
can't just
call
be out here doing all kind of crazy stuff like, oh, I'm the
yeah.
risk taker and oh, the
Right.
reward and this and that. No, you need to
Yeah.
really be willing to be accountable for the consequences that are going to come with every action, every decision that
Yeah.
you make. So for me,
Yeah.
right, when I went out and I started a business, I said, okay, I'm gonna invest this money in this or whatever. But I knew that I still had skills to do other things. I used to be in the military. I had a very good skill, which was calibrating test equipment, where I could go out here and get a job making $35, $35, $40 an hour. So if this don't work out, what's the worst can happen? I'm gonna go get a female job. Cool.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
So it's like a lot of people they really don't even self-assess and realize how fortunate they are. They don't realize how many resources they already have. And that,
Yeah.
a lot of people will wait until their back is up against the wall and they don't have anything in order to move when it takes the same amount of energy.
Mm. Yeah, you're right.
Right.
I
I love
always
that.
I always make an analogy of somebody. I actually told them this, right? I listened to this person complain about living in an apartment for about 6 months, right? She's like, it's just so small. Like, I'm just so tired of it. I wish I could live somewhere else. Whoop de whoop. Like, just all these complaints, right?
They should have called Greg Deville.
Y'all. Why
For
this
real.
girl apartment burnt down?
Oh,
Oh
The
wow.
apartment burnt down, right?
yeah. You gotta watch what you say,
You
right?
gotta watch it.
So,
Yeah.
guess what though? When that apartment burnt down, sis got to getting donations, getting all kind, everything
Yeah.
that she needed. She had the
Yeah.
fortitude now to look for a new place because she didn't have a choice at this point. But it took the same amount of energy to look for that place, to find it, to do all of that stuff that it did before that house caught on fire.
So let's hold that thought, because I'm gonna tell you right now, we just had this conversation earlier, Tiffany, that
Thoughts become things.
it's always attached to a breakthrough, right? It's
Yeah.
like you gotta go mess in order to have your breakthrough. I don't care how it go. I think our son was just telling us a story earlier about how something happened at school. He felt like he was discriminated against, but then in the end, he ended up getting exactly what he wanted
End up
and
winning.
more. And right,
Yeah.
somebody else told me a story last night. This is a common story that I often hear, and you just got to be able to weather the storm, right? Like
Yeah.
you said, when you making sacrifices and when you fall short, you got to understand. Okay, I fell short. Understand that it's going to be a setback. You just got to get back on your feet as soon as possible, right? Don't swallow. Don't sit there and be super depressed and too long. You got to figure out a way to inspire yourself and motivate.
I have another great analogy that goes along with that too. That I heard
Go ahead.
recently.
Go ahead, give it to us.
A lot of people, right? You driving in a storm, right? And some people will pull over to wait until the storm is over. But they don't realize that if you just keep driving 5 miles down the street, it ain't even raining down there. Okay, so y'all back here pulling over and you sitting in your storm. You got to keep going. Right down the street, it might be sunny.
Yeah, most
Even
definitely.
if it's 5 miles an hour. Even if it's
5 miles
slow.
an hour, you just keep on going.
Just keep going.
So real
Why
quick,
not?
so Stephanie and we have been working together now for 2 years.
Three
Right?
years.
3 years? Oh, okay.
Going on 3.
I don't know.
It's been a while.
Like 10.
I know it's been a while, right? So Steph, you had everything going well when I first met you, and then you decided, you know what, I need some help. I need to pick. I need to get some assistance, right? I feel like that is very well a clear indication of a person believing in themselves and knowing who they truly are. You want to tell the audience why you made the decision that you made?
I think that you probably worded it best. You know, that a boss still needs a boss, you know, because especially for me, I am a Leo. I am very, very good at pushing myself. Like I can go hard in the paint, but guess what? I can laze out just as much. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it, you know, and everybody, if anything, if you are in business or if you are, even if you are, you know, working a regular 9 to 5 and you have goals, you need to have somebody that's going to hold you accountable. You need to have somebody to check in with. You need to have somebody, and this is the thing for me too, as I have transitioned into coaching as well, that I recognize is that a lot of times people will run away from having a coach because they don't want the accountability, but they don't realize that they're missing out on the encouragement as well. They're missing out on the reminder of who they are and what they're capable of. And that is what you need. That you need to have a team of people that support you, that are going to cheerlead, that are going to remind you whenever you fall off your game, because you're still human at the end of the day. You're not going to always be on 10. You're just not. And you have to be self-aware to understand that you're not perfect and that, yeah, everybody needs help. I know that there's a culture of being an entrepreneur and doing it by yourself, and you did this and I made it here and this and that. But any true business owner, any true successful entrepreneur understands that they need to have a team and that they need to have people that support them, and that, you know, really a lot of your successes will come from possibly just the next person that you meet that can place you in a position to change your life for forever. No matter what you have going on, no matter, you know, if you are a dope person and they see it within you, they're going to help you, you know, and it's all about making connections. I mean, I've been an entrepreneur for 4 years now, and really all of my huge successes have come from and through meeting people, meeting the right person, connecting with the right person. And I move through every day wanting to be that person for other people too. You know, it's like if I can give somebody the opportunity, then I will. Especially if I see something in them and I see that, you know, and sometimes I also had to learn that, you know, you may feel bad sometimes you can't help everybody, right? But you have to look at it this way. You look at two different people, and if you help one, they're going to impact 100, and if you help this person, they're going to impact 1,000. You have to be strong enough to say that 1,000 people is more important than that 100. Okay.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure that you pour into the right people that are going to have more of an impact.
Yeah, and transfer that energy. So,
Right.
Steph, I appreciate you. Real quick, before you, so how do they connect with you? How can they get your business? Go ahead and give them something to follow.
So you guys can always add me. My personal page on Facebook is Stephanie Gunner, or you guys can follow our business pages on Facebook and Instagram at Squad SQUAD Beauty Professionals, or visit us at www.squadbeautyprofessionals.com. Okay. And we are going to be having a open house this Friday. Oh God, that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So it's
It
going to
is
be my
tomorrow.
36th
Yep.
Happy birthday. It's Steph's birthday.
celebration.
Hey.
Yes, my birthday is tomorrow. It's going to be my 36th birthday celebration and open house. All the girls here are going to have their rooms open. They're going to be offering discounts. We're going to be giving away free prizes, free services. We're going to have the edible bunch here vending some good vegan food. We're going to have drinks. It is free. You just have to RSVP. If you go to our website, squadbeautyprofessionals.com, and click on the upcoming events tab, you can RSVP and you can come and hang out with us tomorrow night at 6 p.m. We're going to have a DJ. It's just going to be a huge celebration of life and just believing in ourselves and not giving up.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
beautiful.
It's a great
you.
opportunity for y'all to get to experience that culture and that energy. So if you got an opportunity,
It's
man,
incredible
go to
in there.
Squad, check it out. I highly encourage you to do it. I send my wife
Yes.
there all the time, so
Yes.
we appreciate you, Steph. Continue to rock
appreciate you
on, and
guys.
great job. Yeah, great
Thank
job. We
you.
appreciate you.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
We love
Love
you
you
too.
too. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah. And real quick,
And
y'all,
you-
this is the Greg Deville Let's Talk Real Estate Show. Whether you buying, selling, or investing, Deville Realty Group can help. All you got to do is call or text 702-787-7559. Shout out to Greg and Marquetta Deville. We love y'all so much.
Yes,
And
we
thank
love you
y'all
guys
for
so
trusting
much.
us with this time. Tiff, you have
Yes.
something you want to say?
Yes, you're tuning in to Hot 702.5 FM, and you guys can log onto their website at hot705fm.com. Check them out on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. And also feel free to like, comment, and share all of the material that we're talking about. If you guys want to give us a call at 702-551-5261 for all of your needs. Thank you so much, Hot 702.5 for this amazing platform. So let's get it.
Great job, Tiffany. So we're going to move forward. I know we don't have much time left. So a strong desire, a clear positive goal, a strong belief in yourself. What else do you need to make your dreams come true? You need positive thinking. The most beautiful dream, the strongest desire, and the clearest goal will bring you nowhere if you destroy yourself with a negative belief system and a negative mindset. Tiffany, tell them about it.
Oh yeah. I almost did that. I especially when my anxiety after Brazil's accident happened, it was like I was so scared of the world. It didn't matter really what at that time. Nothing was motivating me, as I mentioned, but the community. If the community didn't stand up and say, hey, what you're saying right now is inspiring, keep giving us more information, I would have probably crawled into a hole and just bundled up there and kept my family in a little bubble. But because I knew I was helping people, I knew that the purpose was bigger than me.
Yeah.
So it just made it a lot easier. But that negative belief, it is always there. So what I actually decided to do was I actually became certified in emotional freedom techniques to be able to help myself understand why I'm feeling this way. How can I be able to relieve my stress, anxiety, depression? I highly recommend you guys. It's a whole nother topic. You guys look it up on YouTube, EFT, TFT tapping. It is a game changer, a life changer for those who are dealing with anxiety, depression, and it's free. There's nothing that you have to pay for to be able to do it. But if you want more information from us as well, we can give you contact information on that. But it helps with that negative with thinking those negative beliefs. It helped me realize that everything that I was thinking negative about myself was only my thoughts. That actually people thought higher of me than I thought of myself. And when you know those things about yourself and you figure those things out, that you are special, you're here for a reason. You made it here for a reason. There's nothing that you can't do, and there's nothing that you can't accomplish, especially if you set your mind to it. So I want to highly encourage to even try to stop thinking any type of negative thoughts about yourself, because that's where we end up going in this downward spiral. So
Yeah, I truly believe we've all had those negative thoughts that have kept us back, right, or held us back in the past. And I just want you to think about it. Where has those negative thoughts led you? And if you just really think of how far it probably got you down a rabbit hole of negativity, just think about how much beneficial it would be to have positive thinking, positive thoughts. I heard a story. I heard a story earlier today, and the guy was just talking about all of the things that would happen bad in his life. But as he was telling the story, it didn't sound like a sad story. And that's what I learned. It was the way he framed the story. It's the way he told the story. He didn't tell me about all the problems that he had. He told me about all the things that challenged him, where he had to have adversity, where he had to overcome those things. So he talked about how, all right, I went through the weakest part of my life, but I developed the most strength. And it made the whole talk sound motivational. So it's just how you frame your story and how you tell your story. If you see yourself as a victim, then you're going to be a victim. But if you see
yeah,
yourself as a victor, you'll be surprised just how much different you see yourself. And the last one, and I want to make sure I touch on this real quick, Tiff, is the last one was consistency, right?
oh yeah,
Consistency, consistency in anything, it is going to help. You think relationship, you think kids, you think work, you think business, you think working out, right? Anything that you stay consistent in is going to bring benefits into your life.
absolutely.
Go ahead, Tiff. We want to talk about consistency real quick. Give them some one or two things.
Consistency can make or break the success of whatever you're doing. Whether it's you want to be in a successful relationship, consistency is going to help keep you there in that successful relationship. If you want to be successful in getting a new position at work, consistency is what they're going to evaluate you on. If you want to be a consistent entrepreneur or a successful entrepreneur, consistency, being out there, putting your face out there, showing everyone what you're doing, letting them know that, hey, I'm here just in case. You may not need me right now, but you're going to need me. Just like with the we mentality, y'all gonna need us one day. So we're here. So just putting yourself out there and letting people know, giving value to what you're speaking about is going to always keep you in a successful realm. So even staying consistent, one way that I suggest staying consistent is by journaling it, writing some things down. One of the things that we have, shameless plug, is the manifesting playbook. The manifesting playbook will actually help you stay consistent and hold you accountable by having your goals, checking out what your right brain versus your left brain is doing, checking out your weekly goals, your weekly summaries, and your weekly wrap-ups and your daily diaries, and what are those types of goals you want to be able to accomplish at that time. This book can be able to help you, and it's done by that's by Coach Brandon. That's done by Coach Brandon Ward. Okay. So the manifesting playbook will help you with consistency.
Yeah. Thank you, Tiff. So we got 1 minute left. So before we leave, we want to make sure we give another shout out to Greg and Marquetta DeVille. Thank you, Tiff. So this is the Greg DeVille's Let's Talk Real Estate show. Whether you're buying or selling or investing, Deville Realty Group can help you. All you got to do is call them at our text 702-787-7559. And we got a few events coming up. If you can follow us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, thewementality.org. We have next month a 90-day planning event. It's on September 24th. The location is to be determined, but contact us. We're going to help you with that. We also specialize in assessments and behaviors, so we can help you identify your behaviors. And then if you just need a coach to help you align you with your goals, your dreams, your passions, we're here to help you. Couple,
Yes,
male,
absolutely.
female, anything, we can help you. Business owner, entrepreneur, we can help. And if you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, and all that other stuff I taught you about, contact Greg
Yes.
and Mark at DeVille.
Yes, if you want to go with generational wealth through real estate, the DeVilles are the ones you guys need to be talking to. They have so much insight, and I mean, they can literally, all you got to do is sit down and talk to them, and they're willing to just spread the wealth and abundance through their words. It is just so impactful, so insightful. And he's a high eye, he's a parrot, Greg DeVille. So he is definitely one of those ones that's going to put it out there and have some great information for you guys. So again, my name is Coach Tiffany. This is Coach Brandon. And thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys soon.
Hot 702.5.